Boom, boom, boom. How are we doing on this incredible Sunday? I'm glad to already see that we got people already popping up before I even got a chance to get the video started. What is going on, Lizzie? What is going up, Lottie? How are you guys doing today? Let me know if my mic is up a little bit too loud. I didn't realize they usually have the volume so much lower, but if it's loud, let me know and I'll bring it down. 1 second here. Yes. Hey, it's good to have y'all here today. I'm excited because as y'all know, and we just gonna have to figure that out together. I had this band. Now, I definitely have maybe a weird interest in the type of music I like. I don't know. When it comes to genres, I like music that just connects with me. So it doesn't matter what genre it is. My favorite genres is rock and hip hop or rap. It has been difficult, obviously, as I'm getting older. It's not so easy dealing with the rap and hip hop that I used to enjoy back in the day because, it just don't hit the same and the stories and the connectivity. So you got to kind of find your little artist that you really connect with or indie artist. But I have this group that I don't know, I came across them maybe about 3 weeks ago, and they had this song clip that I heard on Instagram that I was like, I need to hear this song. And I'm a huge fan of songs that, for whatever reason, could be on a soundtrack of like a movie, So it's kind of like I feel like it's one of those vibes. So I'm just excited. I've been waiting to listen to this thing. But I also saw, because Lizzie, I did see that you had put in the group chat a conversation. I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on a second. Yes, because we had a comment about this Napoleonic wars in Europe. So I guess we can do some digging into that and whatnot. And then you said, yeah, which I'm very also curious to hear, is this relationship between Russia, Finland, and then also Finland and Sweden, and kind of get a gist on that. So I would really like to discuss that as well as we come along. But yeah, let's wait a few minutes and see. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Good that you made it. I'm glad to have you here. I was just explaining real quick today. We're gonna be checking out real quick. We're gonna be checking out this song that it came out on Friday. I've been wanting to listen to it for so long. I think that it'll be a beautiful grace unto you guys' ears as well. I think that you guys might like the style, which also maybe showcases a little bit about myself. So maybe you guys can connect with that. But yeah, why is it so low quality? What is low quality? What are you seeing differently? Let me know so that I can understand. Is it the audio? Is it the video? What do I need to change on my end that looks different for you guys? Hello, Carvis. How you doing? Always coming up with them great questions. How do I say that? Toivos. Was it? This is great for my English. Yes, I'm in. I need to start looking at some live chats for myself that are in Finnish. The video was really low quality a few seconds ago. Okay, I'm not sure. I think I told you guys before. I used to. I don't know what happened. The camera is literally 2.5 years old. I don't know what happened, but my camera that I use to film the videos that you guys see that I put on YouTube, IG, all of that camera for some reason no longer allows me to use as webcam. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, I used to use that. The quality was way better, but now I'm just like, rather than be wasting money on like some high-end cameras and I'm like, I got a 1080p webcam right here. I'm gonna use it. I could possibly do even more light. If I did more lighting in here, it probably would make it look a little bit better. But let me know if that's the issue. I could do that. Me too. It has been a few years from my last English class. Hey, this Perre, come here. We gonna have our English class here today. Did y'all bring snacks? You bastard, you better bring snacks. This isn't really a great snack listing for me, but my snacks are listed in this bowl, and it's karki. By the way, I want y'all to know it wasn't until I moved to Finland that I was introduced to bowl of candy. Like, yes, of course, we have bowls of candy in America, but like for date nights or movie nights or something, this is not familiar to me. Like the most of the time I would ever see a bowl of candy that wasn't one type of candy, by the way, was Halloween. That's it. But other than that, I've never seen like a cocktail. Like this is something I've literally learned here. And these red candies, I know they're not finished, are literally one of my favorite candies. Um, that I've come to really like really enjoy. And I really like these also. These cars. Oh my god, they're so good. I don't know if this is like a salmiakki or something. I have no idea, but I like it. These as well. These kind of covered with the delicious. And I will say one thing because we're gonna settle down so we can listen to the music real quick in a bit. But I will say that I definitely have what you call it. I definitely have. I lost my train of thought. I'm letting it go. All right, wait. I ate them already. You ate the snacks already. We just started. God damn. You got too excited. You have some cookies. Ooh. Ain't nothing better than fresh made cookies. Also have my snacks on my birthday cake and chips. Yes, everybody, come on now. Drop a cake emoji. Explain underscore B's birthday was today and still showed up for Perhe. How was your birthday? What did you do today? How did you celebrate that? If you're okay with it, how old are we changing today? If you don't want to share, completely fine. But we gotta give. I'm gonna be the ringleader here and leave a cake for you. Hold on. Let me add this cake emoji real quick. Oh, there's not a cake. There's like a cupcake. Well, that's depressing. All right, I'm gonna do that for you then, and I'm just gonna put a few of these here. Okay, that's kind of like a cake. All right, whatever. Bow. Send an expert underscore. I'm sending you these cakes and cupcakes for your birthday. Um, what else? Banana chocolate cake. Ooh, with marshmallows on top. You got fancy. I ain't never had nothing like that. Leo. Oh yeah. Leos. Yeah, so this is this is pretty cool. Did who got a chance to see the I don't know, I think it was Bombonchi that had messaged me about it. I don't know if it's a big deal to anybody else, but I did see the Spider-Man film. If anybody saw that, let me know if you've seen it. I am not a guy. By the way, I don't like to do spoilers. I hate people that spoil things. I cannot stand the people that when you say to them, like, for example, if you're like, they're like, oh man, you should really go watch such and such and such. You're like, all right, cool, I'll check it out. And they're like, yeah, man, when I was in there crying, you're like, hey, no spoilers, like nothing. No. It doesn't spoil the movie at all. It's just like I didn't expect the death. A spoiler is a spoiler. I just asked you specifically not to give me a spoiler. So them got to be my good, the good Lord. Yes, go watch the movie. I'm literally not going to tell you anything about it, whether for good or for bad. Go watch the movie. Diesel, let me go put a watch recommendation channel Discord. For what? What do you mean something you would like me to check out? Mm. Mm. There you go, Lizzie. Okay. Maybe me and Lizzie, I don't know. Maybe we have this in connection. So, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all straightforward how it goes. I think I told you guys before in one of our stream sit downs. I'm a surface level fan, even though I don't realize it. And I always realize I'm a surface level fan when I'm like, oh man, I really love the Lord of the Rings. I really loved Star Wars growing up. I really love, you know, comic books and stuff growing up. But then when I talk to people that actually love it or really into it, I realize like, oh, that's a humble piece of pie right there. Guess I'm not as big of a fan. So I always call myself a surface level fan because I'm like, oh, I guess I grew up on those things. Like I grew up enjoying reading comics like that. You know, back in the day it was a little bit different. Not all the social media stuff, blah, blah, blah. So you would go to obviously you go outside, play, do all those things, but the local comic book shop that was down the street, if you were lucky, most of us just went into a regular shop or regular store, you found a little spot that had a magazine with a few comic pieces in it, or you could get a subscription payment so that they would ship these little comic books to your door. Shout out to my great grandmother. Love her so dearly, miss her so much. But she actually did something like that for me. So I used to get all of these Spider-Man comics when I was a kid. My favorite being with Spider-Man, the Sandman, Spider-Man with the Lizard, Spider-Man, like all of those kind of things. And black, my favorite superheroes, yes, it does partially due to representation. Blade, oh my goodness, used to love Blade so much. All the movies as well. Black Panther, 100% grew up on Black Panther. But some of my heroes that I really enjoy, anti-heroes, also include Hellboy, Spawn, Daredevil. Like I really enjoy characters that kind of have the dark kind of side to them and don't always make the morally good choice that you would expect. They have the good within them, but they know sometimes they got to make that choice. Punisher being another one. Would you say over here? Oh, Wakanda forever. There you go, girl. Get it. Oh, and then they just if you guys saw for the Comic Con, they did a whole bunch of different releases of things to come. Once again, check out the movie for the Spider-Man because that also gives kind of like a little direction of what was going on in the MCU. Which sucks, by the way, y'all, because I really actually enjoyed DC more when I was a kid. So it sucks that in my lifetime growing up, DC is actually super ass. Like it's so bad. They can't for the life of them get what is the word I want to say, like a personality or like some type of they don't have any foundation. It's just not working. And I do think could be wrong. I think that maybe because DC more commonly with its baseline heroes, like its start package heroes, not like the heroes that come later in the start, like their start package hero is like Superman. And already right there, a man that's nearly indestructible, it's very hard to make movies about a guy like that that's almost like completely undefeatable. So when you go to Marvel, you can find a lot more human based with those kind of indestructible ones being a little bit more maybe in the villain territory or not the main focus characters. So I think DC kind of like is struggling with those kind of like how do they build a storyline. So Marvel is definitely taken off and done a great job with what they're doing. Some fall offs. I'm not watching everything, Lizzie. I cannot watch. There is too much. I didn't see a total. I counted. I saw this list that was on IG the other day. I've pretty much Marvel movies. I've seen all together around I think 24 or 25, 100%. But all them TV shows and all of that, yeah, I I've just I don't got time because they said it takes almost 300 hours, which isn't bad, but 300 hours to watch all of them and then to be prepared for doomsday. I think I'll be pretty prepared for doomsday with what I've seen. My favorite superhero is Uno Torhapuro. I've never heard of that. I'm guessing that's definitely a Finnish hero. Is that the Finnish cowboy comics I see all the time, or is that somebody completely different? Because let me know. I have not actually heard of that. I need a voice like you have. No, you don't. I really appreciate that, and I definitely 100% take that as a compliment. But I'm guaranteeing your voice is special and beautiful just as it is. I promise you, having a voice like this doesn't uh, change things greatly, as many would believe. Didi is surely missing their live show. Their live show? Are you talking about the TV shows? Maybe I am. Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I didn't even know y'all was into these kind of things like that. This is why it's important to come back and get you guys interests because then we could check out and talk about stuff like that as well. That's I think that's worth diving into if you guys have that kind of interest. Yippee! More, right back to you. With the Daddy Diesel Perhe Family Channel. We live, baby. We're live from New York. No, I'm just kidding. We're live from Finland. That actually sounds pretty cool. Live from Finland. Lauri, my Finnish hero is Pekka Autiovuori, voice actor in all my childhood cartoons and in Autumnly ja Sateenvarjo. Okay, wait a minute. Are these, by the way, can you guys tell me, are these characters that are Finnish based, like Finnish comics? Because that's actually kind of cool. I didn't even, sorry, ignorant. I'm stepping into my ignorant American role and saying, growing up in America, I have definitely only grown up with my superheroes that I grew up in the States. I'm not kind of familiar with any that came outside of the country that I can think of right now. So I'm very curious to hear more about that. These have an idea. We could do game nights with Jackbox games like Garlic Phone and stuff because they can be played on the browser. I don't even know what that is. But if you can share that, please, into the Discord, that would be very helpful for me to remember and also check into. I'm completely down for fun ways that we can engage. As also, I was thinking to ask you guys this week if you would be open to the video call. I want to collect names and people that want to be involved so we can have a video call. And it doesn't matter. You do not have to have your video up. You can keep a blank screen. I don't mind. But just being able to connect and speak with you guys will be awesome. And switching into Suomexi. Why not? I feel DC fell behind when Marvel launched movies after movies, acting each time. But I love DC movies also, only slightly less. Yeah, Lizzie, I agree with you. I think you've hit the point. I think that the beautiful thing that Marvel has figured out is storytelling. I think that that's the biggest issue with DC. Is DC kind of like Marvel actually did when Marvel first started up? They struggled a little bit with this too. Like for example, Blade came out in 1998. Blade's success wasn't actually because I know I just said storytelling. Blade's movies are not the best at storytelling, not at all. But I think one Blade being one of its first, but also Wesley Snipes was such a an aura of a character that so many people bought into that, excuse me. Hellboy later coming out 2004. This is not Marvel, this is not connected to them, but you bought into Hellboy even if you didn't know Hellboy because of the phenomenal work. I'm forgetting his name at this moment that the actor that played Hellboy did, and obviously his voice and the way that he carried the character. So when you look at Marvel, I think Marvel did a fantastic job at not only building stories that continue that flow just beautifully well into other movies. But Tony Stark, Thor, questionable at times, but Thor being Chris Hemsworth. I'm trying to go. The Hulk, I did like Edward Norton's version, but I think Mark Ruffalo embodies Hulk in an even better way. But I did enjoy the Incredible Hulk version that Edward Norton had did as well. Um, where was I? Loki, like even as a villain, I think that they build characters that you can connect with on a humane level. DC, I think, just hides behind, look, it's Superman. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Like I couldn't tell you anything about the last that Superman movie I just saw. It was like, is that Superman? Like I didn't feel it. I didn't feel any connection. But when we had Man of Steel, when Man of Steel dropped in 2012, that experience was insane because you felt the character, you felt Superman to the point that he almost seemed like somebody completely different because they went a darker path, and the fact that it was more like a he almost looked like Wolverine when he when he first came on screen, hairy chest, stocky as hell. We've never seen Superman from the Supermans we've had previous before him. We never seen Superman bulked up with muscle in on-screen movie. So I think that that alone was a huge shift. His acting, his way of being, his demeanor, it was phenomenal. But they left that, they kind of left that and went down some weird role. I did think that it was really cool how they were able to use Jason Momoa as Aquaman. That was a unique turn because all of us know, at least that grew up with the comics, Aquaman was dorky as hell. Cool power, but super dorky as hell. So that kind of cool, edgy vibe they gave to him was cool, but the movie kind of fell flat. Like it was just watching Jason Momoa as Aquaman. It didn't feel like we were watching like Aquaman and his build-up story and this great thing. So I think that that's kind of where they messed up. DC sells movies based off of the celebrities. Marvel sold movies based off of character building and kind of the story. I think that that's maybe the biggest thing. What did you say here? The oh wait. Yes, yes, Satan made it. Welcome, Satan. Welcome, Lucifer Morning Star. Have you seen the Odyssey? No, I have not. I'm gonna say it like this. I am not a like I don't know a lot about the Odyssey at all, which is actually surprising, being that I've enjoyed learning different historical facts about ancient Rome, also in Greece and in Greek mythology. Definitely have great interest in that. But other than seeing the 2004 movie with Brad Pitt, uh I have not seen any other adaptation connection to that, even though I know there was previous ones also in the early 1930s and 40s. So, I mean, 19, excuse me, 50s, and I don't know if in the 60s. But I'm just saying that when I look at those, or the movie I saw in 2004 for Troy, that was cool. I liked the experience of it. But when they had this Odyssey movie come, unfortunately, it didn't pull me in. It didn't draw me like, oh my God, I need to see this. Tell me if it's worth it. If it's worth it, I'll check it out. But I just personally, I didn't feel drawn to the movie. I know there's a lot of things being thrown around. I don't care if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. I don't really care about all the logistics and the judgments of people and characters. It doesn't matter to me. If the story hits, I connect with it, then good. It's fictional anyway. If it was based off of history, definitely, even though it is historically written because it's old, but if it's based on history, I know that that would affect my turn of events. If you change in the cultures and races of characters, that would affect how I view that. But if it's something like that, yeah, I can still check it out. Snakes. There we go. The Moro family. Ha! The Tutti Rata Rita is based as hell. Okay. I have no idea actually what that is. So I need to see some explanation. I'm a bit preoccupied right now, so gonna keep the stream in the background and listen. Okay, we're proud to have you. Thank you anyway for diving in. I'm going real quick, baby. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm about to put on this song today that I've been waiting since Friday. I wanted to listen to it immediately. I've been waiting 3 weeks to hear it from this band, but I was like, I'm not going to play it until I listen to it with the family because I want to hear what y'all think about it. It might be y'all vibe, it might not. I don't know, but we're going to check it out, and I'm excited to see that. I'm gonna read a few more y'all's and then get to it. It's not Garlic. Garlic Phone is a game played on a browser that you only need a link to play, and you have to draw and write prompts for others to draw in there and more game modes, but that's basic. Okay. I mean, if it sounds fun and everybody's down for it, we can set a poll, then let's do it. Tutti Ritare and Uno Torhapuro are awesome. I also like Pelle Harmani. Guys, you have to tell me, are these people from Finnish comics? 1.5 minute rule needs to come back. I'm down for it. I'm still loving these old school Superman movies with Christopher Reeve, the one and only. Oh man, Christopher Reeve, bro. OG. He embodied Superman to a different degree. And I think that we got lucky growing up watching that movie because it was before our time. So we got lucky growing up because we didn't have the connection to Christopher Reeve as an actor. I think so many of us sometimes struggle to watch actors become heroes because we've seen those actors previous to the roles that they take on. For example, Chris Evans. I think Chris Evans is one of the very few people to capitalize and do an amazing acting job on playing two different characters that seem believable and seem like characters that you loved and enjoyed within the same universe. Chris Evans played Johnny Storm in 2004's Fantastic Four, and also again 2007 Fantastic Four 2. And then also he ends up playing as Captain America. And the fact that he was believable in both arenas, playing one, the youthful kind of douchebag young boy that, kind of hothead, being cool, fire guy, Johnny Storm, and then going into this, role of leader, American values, America, is I think no, that was kind of tremendous. So we don't always see characters that get so in depth without kind of having a previous notion of who they were before. Because I definitely seen Chris Evans in movies before that in shows, but then when he transitioned into that, I fell into him becoming Captain America, and I don't even think of him as Johnny Storm anymore. I don't that you had forget your live. I was seeing only that waiting that Daddi to start their live, etc. Dang it. Wait, Laurie, you said I don't that you had forgot your oh, you thought I had forgot the live. No, I didn't forget the live, guys. Don't you worry. I did not forget the live. I did not forget the live. Don't you worry. I'm here, family. Come on now. Does anyone know where the hell Puna? How can we continue without Puna? Family, we have to find Puna. I'm gonna message. I'm gonna message. See, I start reading your messages and I get lost in the sauce. I'm gonna yell it in the Discord. And I'm gonna say it in Finnish too. Hold on. Puna, and then I'm gonna say Misa Sina Olet. Mm. Also, guys, today, your views on a relationship between Finland and Russia. Yes, we're gonna hit this too. No, but I surely miss him. I know. Also, you guys, as friends, your views on Finland and Russians relationships. Let's hit that out, and then I'll hit the song afterwards so that we can kind of have this discussion. I was going to say one thing today, right before we get into the Finnish and Russian views. Today was super cool, and I'm thinking about doing this in the future. Also, Lizzie, I think we need to get on board with this. Um, but I think today was incredible. I sat down with my 6-year-old son. It actually blew my mind, and I asked him because not even a year and a half ago, I remember I was talking to my son in Finnish, and my son had this weird thing in his brain. I swear to goodness, it was so funny to see. He had this weird moment where he was struggling a bit because he ended up asking me, "Can you stop speaking in Finnish?" And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "'Cause it's kinda confusing me a little bit." And I don't know if it's because somehow, like, literally, I've become a staple of English communication with him. So it was, like, throwing him off, probably also my Finnish not being that great, but was throwing him off to have to speak to me in Finnish. So today was crazy. I was sitting there with my newborn and then also with him, and I had asked him, I was like, "Can we practice a little bit of Finnish?" And he was like, "Yeah." And it got so crazy that one, I was talking to him and I was like, "Holy moly, I'm understanding so much of what my son is saying." But we were laughing and joking back and forth, talking about what we did that day, playing outside and stuff, to a point that I noticed because obviously for you guys that have kids or have been around kids, kids can get lost in a story, right? You can tell a kid, "Hey, pretend we're on a ship or something," and the kid will start falling into that world. He started to fall into the Finnish conversation we were having to the point that I realized he started using words and traveling to a point that I was like, "Oh my goodness, I actually don't understand the things he's saying," but he's getting that comfortable speaking Finnish with me that I actually had a proud moment. So I think that it would be really cool also in the future where we have some streams where we start also kind of having some dialogue in Finnish. I'm not going to say right now, but I think that we should also have some dialogue in Finnish. One for practice for me, but also I even told my family today, I was like, "Hey, we need to have times where because we have schedule, we have a very scheduled way of living." So on the schedule, I was like, we need to have Finnish speaking time where no, we're not just talking constantly, but from this time to this time, when conversation is met, we need to be speaking in Finnish. And I think that that's going to help give me a little bit more confidence and also make it feel more natural because every time I speak Finnish in my home, it is like it's accepted, but it also is kind of like I wonder why he's probably speaking Finnish right now, So I want to make it the norm in our household. All right, let's get into it, guys. So Finland and Russia. I heard this conversation was sought after, meaning looked after, looked for, on the Discord. So I'm gonna a little bit leave it up to you guys to start this conversation so that I can have some comprehension. I understand that there is a history between Russia, Finland, and Sweden, in which Finland was, in a sense, controlled by both at one point before getting liberation, which guys, please correct me if I'm wrong. You guys have had 107 years of independence, I believe, if I'm correct. So I'm imagining that due to that, you have borrowed, in a sense, due to the, I mean, being in a sense uh inclusive to these countries, you have things that maybe you have gained, whether it's culturally or I don't know, things like that. I'm just putting it out there that maybe have been intertwined into the Finnish culture. So I'm a little bit curious. Thoughts? I think 107 is about right. Yeah, I'm. This is just from memory. So about that a bit. Lizzie is curious about that and a few others. So I would like to kind of pinpoint that. What is the relationship between Finns and Russians? Not just in this high level political sense, but also Finns. How do you, and we can do this in a respectful manner, of course, but how do Finns see Russians? And if you are Russian by any chance, how do Russians kind of see Finns? Is there a bad blood still? Is there just a respectful line of you're there, I'm here? Or is it deeper than that? Take your time. I'm going to check into the Discord here. I'm going to check. I'm going to check out these snacks. Damn, I love how you're sitting at a computer. Guys, I just got a message from our Perhe salad. You got them Cheeto cheese chips and that cake. And that cake actually looks pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. Just a fun fact for you guys: I do not like cake. It's funny to say that I do not like cake. I do not like like if I could, most of the time I don't ask for cake on my birthday, like 100%. I don't know. When I was growing up in the States, we have something called butterscotch cake dressing. What do you call that? Gu- What is on top of a cake? Icing. Yeah, there's this stereotypical thing called butterscotch icing, like cake icing, that used to come on every single shop icing, and it was disgusting to me growing up. So most of my life on my birthday, people would buy cakes, put the light. Thank you, Lizzie. Put the lights on it and everything, and I never ate my cake. Like everybody else would eat it, but I was like, "No, nah, I'm good. That's nasty." But then what ended up happening at some point is my mother and then others, once they started making cakes for me, homemade cakes, I always ate those and I enjoyed them. So that's the one cool thing I've noticed about Finland. Often people don't buy in shop cakes. Most of the time, you guys make homemade cakes, which I think is one, more loving, more appreciative, and definitely tastes better. So I know that you probably did this because I'm looking at it. It looks like a really nice homemade cake. But guys, can you that's okay. Ooh, my God. If I turn down the brightness, can you guys see that better? Okay, a little bit. Oof, okay, we're getting there. We're getting to a lighting position that looks better. Can you guys see? Ooh, this is tough. This is look at the Discord. Okay, I'm doing my best. But it looks really good. I'm gonna leave some holy hands. Looks really good, man. I really hope you had an amazing birthday and enjoyed it. I don't like birthdays. It makes me feel uncomfortable that anybody would focus on me on my birthday. It feels weird. So I don't like birthdays. My birthdays. Other people, of course. Um, I've known. Okay, so what? Strunson, yes. It's good to have you here. I'm guessing you was jogging today, doing a workout. That's what I'm guessing. You said, "Hey, what's up, Perre?" Well, what is up? Right back to you. I hope you're doing well. I think yes, you told me. Thank you so much. I have known few Russians in my time. They are all good and decent people. Russians, yes. What is your favorite music these days? I'm gonna get right into that in a second. MB was crashing out and didn't realize there was a stream that I can focus on instead. Oh, I'm so glad that y'all really make me feel good about that. Really, because obviously sitting doing these sit downs, I'm always curious. Like, are these things you guys look forward to? Do you look forward to like connecting and doing those kind of things? So when I hear y'all tell me that y'all really like what we do, that means a lot. Like it really means a lot that y'all like to sit down and connect. Coming back real quick to the Russian thing, one of the weirdest things about growing up in the States for me personally, and I lived in the East Coast originally, where I was from, there was a huge influx in between the years of 2006 2007 of Russians, Ukrainians, that moved into the country, and it was very interesting because being in the US, unfortunately, guys, we weren't at least as students, we weren't so well versed with all of the intricate details to what was going on, right? So we were just like, oh, people from Europe. It's kind of how you looked at it. And it was very strange because they would come and barely be able to speak English. And then somehow 5 to 6 months later, English was like incredible. I'm not gonna say flawless, that might have taken a few years, but it was like incredible, like literally night and day. One day they could barely talk to you, and then because obviously they get set up with classes, all that type of stuff. America does not play like that. You going to learn English is kind of how they be doing it for people that, especially when you move for school and stuff like that. So it's very interesting because I've grown up with many Russians and many people from Ukraine and many places of Europe, and now once I moved abroad, it was like a totally different perception because a lot of Europeans, not just Europeans, but a lot of people that move to America that are foreign, they Americanize themselves. They try to fit in and they try to take on the American moniker. So you'll out of nowhere have a Ukrainian girl, Latvian girl, whatever, move to Finland. I mean, move to Finland, move to America and pick up a Volley girl accent because of the things she's watching uh, on TV back then. At the time, everything was reality TV, not YouTube. But so it's just kind of weird, like how that affects. Karvis, Russia is seen as a security threat. For example, in 1918, there was a civil war in Finland, and efforts were made to make Finland a communist state. Yikes. Boy, boy, boy. Thank you very much for that detail. That's going to go into the brand. 1918, there was a civil war within Finland, which led to almost communism taking over the country. Locked in. It's there. All right. It's home mad. Ooh, it's homemade. And I did have a good birthday. I only played football with my sister and just ate with my family. I love this. I love to hear these kind of memories, these experiences. I really just hope you enjoyed this day. I'm so glad we have an opportunity to have you here on your birthday. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. And just happy birthday. Hyvää syntymäpäivää. I really hope that you're having an amazing syntymäpäivä. And so cool that you got to spend time with your family and play a little bit of football. When you said that, in my mind, I'm immediately imagining you have on a helmet, shoulder pads, and you're like decking your sister with like with a hit. But I know it's my American mind with football. He said, "Nah, I was competing today on TV again. Actually, see, I knew you was running. Can someone on chat catch me up on why we're talking about Russia? Okay, yes, real quick. Wait, some dude was talking about the difference between Russia and Finnish people. Yeah, I forgot. Well, Lizzie as well. Hold on, it's one of the topics for today's stream. Understanding Finnish room relate. Yes, for the non-Finns. Basically, DJ and I who don't know much about the history between the two countries. Yes, but we were just told a second ago that in 1918 there was a civil war that happened between them, and it almost led to Finland being a communism state. Do you see what I'm doing here, guys? I like to do things like that repetitively because then it sinks into my head. And then when I'm outside or I make a video and I drop that dime, I'm in my mind like Perhe. Karvis gave me that. It's in my mind. It's sunk in there. Y'all see? Y'all can quiz me at the end of this and bring it back up. I'm gonna still remember. Ukraine was part of Soviet Union before it collapsed. Oh my God. Okay, so I do understand that, and this is what led to. Is it called Kiev? 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 KYIV? And that Putin wanted that location back, right? In his mind, he still seeing it as his property, I guess, or his connection. I don't know. I'm saying words without substance because I do not know. So don't take what I'm saying as factual. These are just questions. Also, for anybody that's just joined, and also Strunsum, we will be listening to a song from a band that I've been excited to listen to as well. Just adding that on there. It's Kiev. So Kiev. Is that I think I pronounced it right, but I'm going off of what was promoted on TV a while back. Also, do you guys realize this is something that actually scares me about the world, especially social media? I'm throwing it in there real quick in relation to what happened, what has been ongoing, happened between Ukraine and Russia. But one thing that is actually terrifying about the world of social media is social media. Okay, guys, my company that I work, Creative Marvel Media, we work with social media specifically in regards to video and audio production with brands and companies. The reason I'm bringing this in is because there's a psychology, of course, to making content. There's a psychology of what you're trying to do. Now, the thing that I find so interesting is, as you guys might know or might not know, within recent years, especially TikTok users primarily, the brain capacity in regards to attention span is lowered literally to the similar level of a goldfish. A goldfish can be in a tank of water within that tank, it can go in one looping circle continuously because it will forget that it already looped that little small tank. So I'm just giving you a concept. The one thing that I see wrong with social media as to why I'm not actually a big TikTok user, I post, but I'm not a big TikTok user. TikTok works differently. TikTok does not build an algorithm exactly built on what you're watching. It kind of force feeds you what it wants you to have. For example, you'll notice on IG, YouTube, a lot of times the things that you watch almost like a mirror pop back to you. For example, if I'm really into camera work, my for me page or for you page for me, my for you page over time, if that's what I'm focused on, that's what I'm liking, and I'm just swiping past the other stuff, I'm going to start seeing that content. It's going to start showing up everywhere for me. YouTube, same thing. I open my page, YouTube shows you things like you struggle right now. You go on YouTube, you have something in your mind you want to press, but when you're on the home page, you might see something that you're like, oh, what's that? That's built into the algorithm because it knows what you might be interested in, even if you haven't clicked on a video like that before. TikTok says screw it. TikTok is literally kind of like fast food. It just gives you what it wants and it makes you see what it wants. You can't really, unfortunately, build the TikTok algorithm for yourself. The reason I'm bringing this in is because coming back to what I noticed between Ukraine and Russia that made me a little bit sad. And it's not just Ukraine and Russia. This has happened multiple times now. Human brains were only built to be within communities of maybe up to 100 people. That's capacity. Human brains. So villages, things like that, right? From the start point. Your brain is only really built to care like strongly about maybe 4 to 5 people. Strongly. 4 to 5 people that you're actually concerned about will be there for, do all of those things. Everybody else outside of that, it's not that you don't care for them, you do love them, but the same value of connectivity, the brain has literally a small capacity. It's limited. I think what social media is doing that makes me so sad and disappointed is social media is limiting your ability and reflecting back on you, which does make you feel bad. But what it's doing is you're only built mentally to be within a community of 100 people, village, whatever. Your mind can only truly in depthly care for up to 5 to 6 people. My parents, my sister, maybe this cousin, my best friend, right? Boom. But then you're in a position that social media is force feeding you in your life. Think about this. You probably, which is insane to think, in a month's time, you might have seen over 500 videos. Maybe I'm pushing it, but you might have across all different platforms. So you're in a position that you're seeing more than your brain can comprehend, and you're seeing things you can't control. So your brain is starting to become desensitized because they're constantly showing you like kids suffering in this country, people suffering over here in Palestine, things going over here in Kiev. Your brain, even if you feel morally obligated to feel bad for it, at some point your brain shuts down and says, I can't do anything about this. So in my mind, think how crazy this is, guys, psychologically. In order for you to showcase online that you care about something is you see a video of somebody going through a rough time and you like the video. How screwed up is that? Like that's the weirdest thing ever. You see a video of people, somebody's crying, I'm suffering in Ukraine, and you have to like the video. That sounds weird if you really think about it. It's a weird concept. So you're liking videos like that. You're seeing it constantly. So at some point, your brain's going to shut it off. And some of you might be the people that skip the ads when you see the children over here in Gaza are suffering, or skipping the ads over here in Kiev. We're having this and this and this. Please donate. Skip. So I'm just saying that these kind of things, your brain is not built for it. So when I see this, it makes me afraid because I notice, like, damn, we're all in that position. I don't think you realize it. Whether you're Lizzie in France, whether you're here in Finland, if Finland fell under fire, guess what? It would be Finland helping itself. Yes, we're connected to NATO and all of that kind of stuff. But even though technically Ukraine was not connected to NATO at that time, still people would be in massive amount of trouble. Many people would die before any of that help would come. And all now Finns would have to see is people on social media going like this, oh, Finland, oh, I'm so sorry. I love you, Finland. Oh, yeah. And to me, it's all fake. So that's one of the biggest things. Like social media taught me, like, holy crap, people don't actually genuine, like, it's not that you don't care, but you're being built not to care. In social media, for sure, it's not that people are built that way, but the way that your brain is being trained is to be very narcissistic. It's very narcissistic because you start only contemplating the world evolving how you see the world rather than you stepping into the shoes of others. Social media is literally training minds to no longer, back in the day where we used to have friends or be around people, we would sometimes put our feet in their shoes and perceive life from their perspective. Nowadays, social media puts you on a throne watching other people's lives as you judge from a distance. It's so reversed. So I'm saying that so many of those things like that happened between Russia and Ukraine, it just disturbed me so much because it was just like, holy crap, it's no longer this actual human care. And it's not your fault, but you're in a position now that you realize, oh man, these people are suffering, but I'm comfortable here sitting in my chair. Ah, damn. Oh boy. And this is why I know it sounds super weird, but even when I had those thoughts about people throughout history, even black people in America going through many of the things that they did, I'm like, yeah, bro. Even back then, people probably felt the same way. Like they're like, damn, it sucks to hear those people are suffering, but that's not my reality. And if you don't see it every day, it goes right over your head. It's water under the bridge, even if you morally feel bad about it. I know I deep dive. That was way more than a minute 50, but that is something I definitely have been thinking about so much when it comes to that whole world of just what's going on. We're not supposed to be exposed to the chaos of the entire world. 100%. I get this. Sorry for a good day. What does that mean? I You said expelled underscore B. You said IGTDSL. Sorry. Have a good day. I don't know what that means. Apologies. And good night. Good night. What happened? You're going tonight. You're going to sleep. Okay. Happy birthday. I used to have TikTok account a few years ago, but I stopped making new videos just for these reasons. Of course, it's still there, but I don't use it anymore. Yeah, I completely understand it. 100%. The media is this desensitizing us. TikTok can make you angry if you see a lot of police violence and arrest videos. Exactly. Guys, dime in for a second, please. Dime in. Listen to what I'm about to say. I'm pulling on the Matrix. I'm not red pilling, blue pilling, none of that crap. I'm just taking the example because the movie that we obviously probably have all seen. We are literally, in a sense, plugged in more to a false reality than we are to the real one. The fact that you sit every day living and breathing, most of us, not all of us, most of us don't sit outside for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I told you guys about this not that long ago. 30 minutes. Just be with yourself. Don't pick up a phone. Don't look at nothing. Don't go to sleep. Don't take a nap. Just sit there, process life. Think. It can be about yourself. It can just be looking outside, experience it around. Most people don't do that anymore. For you to even tell somebody to sit outside for 15 minutes, don't look at nothing. It can be difficult for some people without talking to anybody. That's what I'm talking about. The fact that most of us can barely remember what was it like to sit on the toilet without a phone? Huh. What was that like? You know, what was it like to go one day without looking at your phone? Anybody remember that? And most people don't do that unless they lost their phone or now, which is crazy. You go on it's spiritually enlightening to now go off grid. That's crazy. Being off grid is the natural. That is the natural. You should always, in a sense, be off grid. But we're so plugged in now that we no longer see the norm as the norm. The norm has become the sought after fantasy. So we are no longer free in many ways. We are now literally plugged in to a social media world. That's why, by the way, guys, I changed my content. I was having fun making my videos and stuff, but then I thought at some point, I was like, God, people are spending their time watching my videos. People are dedicating their time, and I'm on here on social media being a part of something that I struggle with because sometimes I don't want to be on social media. So then I started to think to myself, how can I make videos that actually brings value to other people? How can I make videos that actually could possibly educate or open a mindset in someone's brain that adds something to their day? More than just a laugh. Laughs are great, man. I think laughing is great. It's great to have humor. It's great to ha 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 ha. But it's also good to be able to walk away with something that you can take with you to process, to live with. Or as you see in some of my YouTube videos, now I'm getting a chance to kind of look at Finnish culture, look at these videos, look at the comedy, look at the TV shows. Now it's a feeling that feels like we're more so engaging in experience together rather than just like me just let me do this for you, let me do this for you, let me do it. I'm like, no, I want something that they can actually feel connected to. But social media is like, God, man, it's like something you love to hate. Wait, you love to hate. It's something that you enjoy, but you hate because it can feel definitely entrapping. The fact that you can pick up your phone, you have an intention to do something. Like I'm be honest with you, I've gone through it many times where I go on IG because yes, my IG algorithm is built on things that I'm into. So if I open up my IG and I'm like, okay, I need to post this video or do this thing. Next thing you know, I've seen 5 or 6 videos, clicked out of the app and gone to my computer and was like, oh crap, I was supposed to be doing this. Completely took me out of the zone, right? So it's like it's one of them tough things. Uh, I've managed to kind of get rid of social media addiction. It is, in fact, extremely hard when you're badly addicted. Yeah, 100%. And I think that the addiction is even stronger when it just becomes your lifestyle. You don't even think of it as an addiction because it's just your lifestyle. What thing would you bring to Finland from US and vice versa? Ooh, that's a good question. Give me my moment because I wanna think. Mm. In America, mm, this is a really, really hard description of what I'm about to share, but it's something that I grew up enjoying, but I have to realize that my enjoyment, my gift I was given was something that took a very long time before it was even remotely able to happen. My generation of time in America was kind of like the 60s, meaning, and what I'm talking about, my generation of time was like the 60s in regards to integration with other races. I got an opportunity, though, yes, in a sense we were segregated. I don't mean segregated legally. Um, Going to school, seeing people from Asian countries, European countries, African countries, Middle East countries, all living and breathing in the same space, going to a school. And the differences that I notice about living abroad is most of those kids, I don't know if it's just an American thing, it might be other places too, but I don't know how many foreigners move to Finland and adopt the Finnish culture so much that they start acting Finnish, like trying to speak like Finnish people, be like Finnish, dress like Finnish people. I don't know. You guys can tell me that. But in America, I've hands down seen it so many times. And partially I will say that's a bad thing, but it was a weird thing that made us connect because growing up being in a school with multiple different nationalities, you grow up kind of feeling this huge sense of like immersion. Like if I was to move somewhere where everybody was kind of not connecting with each other, it would feel weird to me because I'm from a country that's literally built on through a lot of rough patches and a lot of terrible things, but it's built on this diversity. It's changing, unfortunately, drastically. Because once again, I grew up during the generation that people were still silently having passive aggressive feelings about many things that were going on. Technically, for black folks, the fight for us was ongoing and definitely was the angry period for us, to be completely honest. Um, before it became like a mash push for everybody just to become athletes and musicians. That kind of quiet us down, our it quiet our race group down for a bit because it kind of curtailed us and was like, oh, okay, we can get money and stuff. Now we don't have to think about the other inequalities kind of thing. So we got lost in the sauce, unfortunately. But I'm saying that that's one thing here in Finland I would love is that the nationality of people. I'm not saying, oh, let's Finland become a mass international. A little bit. No, I don't want that because I think that that's what keeps countries that I get to visit unique and also keeps them themselves. Not to be racist. I don't want to go to Japan and it's like America. I would like to experience Japanese culture. Yes, it's awesome to see other foreigners like myself, but I don't want the whole country to literally become every other nationality because then it kind of loses its home base of what makes Japan Japan, what makes China China, what makes other European countries. But that feeling in Finland that being a foreigner is no longer this huge like dividing factor of whoa, what are you? But just like you're just here. Like in America, like really, it's you move there, they might be interested in where you're from for a small bit of time, but then after that, you just become kind of one of the guys, one of the girls. We're not gonna be sitting there asking you 20 questions, being stuck on, oh wow, really? Finland, Finland. Oh well, tell me more, tell me more. It's just kind of like, oh, that's cool. You from Finland? Oh, that's what's up. Oh, y'all do that? Okay. Da, da, da. Next thing you know, you just chilling with us here in Finland, you can probably live here, in my case, 7, 8 years, and I very much feel American every single day. Every room I walk in, every like I don't feel that sense of camaraderie. Like I'm not that I have to become Finnish, no, but I'm not seen exactly as like in like you know what I mean? Like just like, okay, he's here, it's chill. It's more so still like I'm this alien that people are still trying to figure out what is it? Like, it's a little bit different. So that I'll make it short on the Finnish component. Finnish component that I wish was in America. I think more than anything, I would like the sense of value of self, family, then work. I used to be like, why self? Family is everything. But then I realized if you can't have a home base on yourself, if you can't be in touch with how you're feeling, what you're doing, being a person of value, you can't in turn be that man or woman for your family or children or whatever it is. So I definitely think that it's uh a value that I really wish was back home because back home in America, it's always fleeting, the different interests and flip arounds that we do, but it's always based around money. No matter what, is based around money. And I think that there's so much more to life than money because you can't take that shit with you. So I don't know why we obsess about it so much. Um my home, there is always something to read in the bathroom. Ooh, if one has a phone somewhere else or on a charger, usually Donald Duck comics. Yeah, I've heard the Donald Duck comics for whatever Anka. I've heard they're so popular here in Finland or maybe Europe. I've never understood. I'm just like Donald Duck comics. I've never seen a Donald Duck comic growing up at all. So I think that that's so funny. If I could bring anything, it would be IHOP. Oh my God. Although as an athlete, I might end up regretting that. Yo, I will tell you this. I'm gonna put you on Cracker Barrel is way better. Cracker Barrel all day. But what's even better than a Cracker Barrel, what's even better than an IHOP is a small ass diner in the middle of nowhere. Don't know what it is. They just got that touch. You can pull up to any diner and just be like, "Hey, can I get some eggs? Can I get some grits? Can I get some sausages and some hash browns on the side with an orange juice?" It'll be the best goddamn breakfast you've ever had in your life. I don't know why, but it is so delicious. But yeah, I used to eat at IHOP all the time. Favorite thing I used to get at IHOP, I used to get a 5-stack pancake. I was bodybuilding there. A 5-stack pancake with blueberry pancakes, whipped cream, strawberries, and syrup on the top. My side plate would be three eggs sunny side up. That means they're not scrambled, they're just cooked and then flipped. So they have the little yellow circle in the middle. And then I would get these this full plate of hash browns. I can put salt, pepper, ketchup on top of it. And sometimes, depending on the day, I might take this French toast that was shaped kind of like a little oval. French toast bread. Yes, everything I'm saying sounds like the most American thing you've ever seen, but I definitely was like super big at the time, so I was eating a lot. So that was breakfast. Yeah, that sounds terrible. I just sound like the stereotypical American saying that. That's hilarious. Carves. We seek a lot of escapism on the internet and tap into our uncomfortable feelings. 100%. I think that once again, it drives into the endorphins. Social media, to me, in a sense, not always, especially when you're trying to gain, to learn, to obtain, to do. But social media for sure is a distraction because I find most things to be a distraction when it's not adding anything. If you're watching social media videos, like for example, YouTube, I love YouTube more than any other platform because I enjoy long form content. I'm not a huge fan of short videos. I enjoy long content. And then a lot of times, yes, it might be a podcast or something because that's to me podcast the reason podcasts can be great is because you have an opportunity to tune into people that maybe you connect with, how they are, their morals, whatever it is, and you get to hear long stand discussions on that they have with other people. And I think that that's like a really beautiful thing. But I'm not sold on just watching podcasts. I'm not huge on watching this is how you make your life better and all of that kind of stuff, to each his own. But I enjoy, like for example, I've been watching, this is such a random pool, but I've been watching Double Toasted. This is a podcast I've been watching since probably 2015 or 16. These two guys that cover films and movies and things like that. I've been watching them for so long. So it feels kind of like you almost know these guys based off of YouTube, of course, but you look like you're excited to see, oh, they watched this movie or this came out. What do they perceive? They're film critics. So they get to a lot of times see the movies before we do. And they have a non-spoiler review and then a spoiler review upon release. So yeah, those kind of things. I definitely think if you get something that you kind of learn or engage with, all be to you. But too much short-term content, it's not natural psychologically for your brain to swipe, be angry 1 second, swipe, be sad, almost about to cry, and then swipe again and be laughing. The brain is not that. That's not good for your brain at all. Um, what did you say here? If you eat enough fiber, there won't even be time to look at your. Well, yeah, yeah, you might need fiber, and then go ahead and take a break because yeah, you about to have a log coming out your end. Yeah, bro. Personally, I can't even go up to the bathroom if I don't have my phone. Woo! We all been there though. I'm not judging. You talking to a dude that has his phone speaker playing sometimes outside of the sauna and shower. Because I'm listening to these guys talk about movies or whatever, and I'm just sauna shower, but I can hear it playing. Have you watched any finished movies? I have over time. There's two that come to mind. One that I deeply connected with. I enjoyed this movie so much, and I think it's called ooh. It's not like Koki Mastare. It's like shoot. What the movie's premise pretty much is I'm not sure if it's Japanese or Chinese, but it's an Asian man that moves into like a small town in Finland and he starts up this restaurant company. And meanwhile, he's or no, not starts up, he joins. Sorry, he gets a job at this local place where this Finnish woman is running it. He's a better cook. He starts pulling in a lot more Finnish clients and he doesn't know the language and stuff, but there's like this whole little instance that plays out. I don't know if you guys will see it, but it has a romance context to it, and it was super, super good. And then this other one about a Finnish single dad that has this child, and the mom just kind of walked out the life. I don't know why, but he has a really, really incredible uh experience. I don't know. I thought it was amazing. That's all I can say. I wish I could remember the names, but it's about a Finnish single dad, and it's kind of like built on kind of like a comedy, but also attacking serious issues that probably befall single fathers and also single mothers. So yeah, what do we have here? I'm amazed to hear. I'm amazed to hear that some people take their phone to the bathroom. I don't want to say it's a guy thing because that's definitely not true, but I don't know. It is quite weird because it's like the concept is kind of like why, but you are kind of logged in, and I feel like most people that take it is definitely when they're going for a number two rather than the number one. But some people might do both. If you eat enough fiber, yeah. Oh, I read that. Yeah, bro. Personally, I can't. Yes, Jesus. Why am I reading backwards right now? Um, I'm still trying to determine what your age is. There was little hint there, which you said 3 minutes ago. To whom? Are you talking about me or expelled underscore B? We talked about this last video. I actually said it. Yeah, where's Puna, yo? By the way, this is getting alarming now. I'm worried about Puna. Puna would never miss our Sunday. Perre. It's very strange. And we even messaged not that long ago on Discord. Yeah, I won't. I went to America for a week and ate breakfast at IHOP. I was like 7 kilos heavier when I came back. Literally felt like we ended up ordering half the menu on most days. It's delicious. That's what America's good at, man. That's where they get you. America is a marketing consumerist country. They know how to keep people buying. No news from Puna yet on Discord. Nope. Let's hope he's enjoying his teenager's life out there somewhere. Yeah, I really hope he's okay. And he always checks back these videos, so he'll see that we care and we're worried. So that's always really good. I know that movie. It was last movie where Vesamati Lori was in. Yeah, yeah. I remember I was told about the same thing because he had passed away. And obviously he did a tremendous job as one of the patrons that was coming to the restaurant. Really great movie. Like and to me personally, the reason it was a great movie, I don't know how other people outside the country was. I don't know, but to me, it embodied many of the things that I feel sometimes living here, and it was just really really cool. And it is also weird for you guys that are finished. I think this is anybody's experience, and Lizzie, maybe you can contest. It is very strange sometimes being in that place because when you kind of like move, it's weird when you start to realize that your upbringing, your culture is now in the background. Your culture is to people foreign. It's very strange because right now, if you're in Finland, this is your culture. This is all you know. Ah, la, 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 get up, yeah, la, 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 sound of life, blah, blah, blah. And then you go somewhere else. Maybe you move to Spain or wherever you move, and then you realize, like, oh shoot, like I'm learning a lot about these people's culture, but like, do they care about mines at all? And then also, you're just like, how do I even enjoy or indulge in my culture other than food? Because there's not really many things that I could, unless I start up things. But then when you start up things, it's this weird, uncanny valley because then it feels kind of like you guys remember cartoons and movies. It feels like one of those segments when people are just like in a cartoon or something where they're like, hey, let's make little China or little Tokyo right here, and you kind of build it, but we all know it's not, but we're just kind of trying to play it like it is, kind of like Jim Carrey and what was the movie, guys? When he's inside the dome, he's inside the fake kind of world that they're putting on for him as an experiment. Whatever that movie is, sometimes it does feel like that as a foreigner, especially if you're trying to indulge in sharing your culture because you feel like you're in a dome that you kind of realize like, this isn't exactly the same. Something's off. Something's not completely right here. It kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of reminds me of that sometimes. Mm, did you say it? Sorry, my bad. Yeah, 31, guys. 31. Have you seen Unknown Soldier? No, I have not. I've been thinking, Carlos, to actually watch that with you guys live. Only problem is, I'm being honest with you guys, because once again, I've said this many, many times. You guys sometimes don't see the videos that I post because they get blocked. And I won't lie, sometimes I got the energy to re up, but many times I'm just like, I put a lot of effort behind that. I'm just gonna wait until I do the next one. But yeah, I would like to watch this with you guys, but I have no idea if YouTube would like cut me short for trying to watch this movie on YouTube. So I'm not sure. I might have a scapegoat around it. I've been thinking about it, but I'm not sure if, I've never had a strike in all has it been 6 years I had this channel? 6 years that I've never had one strike. So Trying my best to keep myself up here. It was during last Sunday stream. I think it's 31 or 33. 31. Does vegetable taste the same in America? Sodas are different because Europe doesn't use corn syrup as sweetener. Uh, to come off the top of my head, that's a hard question because it's been a bit of time. But I will say in regards to food in general, I do think that there is a lot different. Like just the way it is. Like something about ironically, something about Finnish food, Finnish vegetables, Finnish everything feels more organic. It feels like unfortunately in America, yes, of course they do touch things up, but in America you can find organic stuff. But as you guys know, that you guys are like organic is just natural. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. But for whatever reason, in America, they're like, if you want unprocessed food, if you want the things that come naturally out the ground, we're gonna upprice you. If you want things that are shitty for your body and extremely bad for you, we'll keep that just at the right amount that you can afford, even if you're homeless. What? You want to get a potato that's organic? That'll be $4.99. Technically $5.13 because $4.99 already goes to $5. And then also we're going to add that little tax on top of that. But if you want to get yourself a chicken sandwich from McDonald's, that'll only be 99 cents. Like that's literally how they work. So it's kind of like you can taste the difference. Like organic is expensive. I could go to I should think which shop should I think about because I'm thinking in California. Let's say, for example, in Texas, when I lived in Texas, Aldi. Aldi is like a basic grocery store. Imagine Aldi is kind of like your S market, kind of like that. K market, maybe like a K market. You go to this Aldi, you grab your food. You can probably, I know things have been up price, so please bear with me. But you can probably get this is still going to sound expensive here in Finland, but you could probably get like 35, 36 items for maybe 200 bucks. No, sounds like a lot for 200 bucks, but I'm saying 200 bucks that you really put to the side. You said, okay, I'm budgeting correctly, blah blah blah. I got my phone calculator in hand. I'm calculating probably like that. 35 items if you're really like stuck to the key. But when it comes to Puna, sorry, I just had to take that moment. I saw Puna. Puna, where you at, baby? Get to explaining. Where were you, Puna? We got scared. We was worried out here. Um, but when it comes to going to like a Whole Foods, you'll spend $200 probably getting 11 items. They upprice everything in there. Oh, you spending time with your sister? Okay, wait, because there's messages above. First of all, that must have been important. Puna, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not even mad at you. That must have been important because we know you would break your neck to get here for Perre on Sunday. So obviously, this time with your sister was important to you. We hope you had a great time. We missed you. We're very happy to see you. And yes, thank you so much, Exio Bolt. Yes, the movie Master Chang, guys, especially if you're a foreigner, check it out. I think it does a really, really good job, especially with giving that experience of what it's like. Because a lot of times when people want to move into a foreign country, they always put you in a major city. Probably even here in Finland, if they've had a movie, always major city. But the fact that they put this character in like the countryside, it speaks more value to with that experience of really integrating into Finnish culture. When you take a turn, when you walk down, when you drive somewhere and everybody is mainly speaking only Finnish, that's when it's rough. Because I've been in places in Finland, by the way, guys, that makes me disappointed. But even in Helsinki, where people that have worked at the cash register don't speak Finnish, and that blew my mind. I'm like, what do you mean? That's like in like maybe some people that's not surprising, but that's like me being in America, going to the front register and somebody being like, I don't speak in English. Like, what? Why are you what? Like I just in my mind that sounds super rude, but I do feel it's very important, especially if you're gonna be working somewhere. It's important you know the language. I'm going up a bit here because I know I missed a few things nearly brought me to tears, my eyes, because it was so moving. Ooh, Laurie, I don't unfortunately know what you're talking about right now. Are you still talking about the movie we talked about previously when he passed away? Vesamati. Let me know. Um, you can watch the movie first and then make a video sharing your. Oh, you're talking about the soldier. Yes. Would you guys like that? Because I honestly, I've thought about doing that. I was like, should I watch the films and then talk about it? If you guys are okay with that, I'm totally down to do movie reviews, finish movie reviews. If you're okay with post, I always felt like you guys wanted to see it with me, so I wasn't sure. I was spending time. Uh, I worried putting it. Yeah, it was important. Hadn't been able to talk to her all week. Well, that's beautiful. I'm really glad that you were able to talk with your sister, especially after some time. I actually had to talk to my brother not even that long ago. So that was really, really good to to speak and see him because that's very hard, especially with the time difference and his own life with work and stuff. Oh, I'll watch that movie. Yes, yes, Lizzie, watch it. It's super cool. It does definitely come in the sense of the main character being male as a foreigner. It does really comes from that perspective, but there's also a very strong female character in there as well. As I said, I don't like to spoil, so enjoy. And let us know what you think. Like next time when we have our live. Where's Elfie? Elfie is my partner, by the way, guys. Cut Von MJ. Who are you? How do you know my partner? Get in the comments and answer that. Where is she? Probably downstairs having a good old time reading manga. But then there's another thing that she reads, and she's gonna be mad at me because I can never remember. I'm not that guy. I'm still getting into the anime myself, as I know that she's probably waiting for me to go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. But she says there's manga that she has read, but I think she reads something called manhwa, which is also Korean. So she's probably doing one or the other, reading one of those while our little ones are sleeping. This is mom's time. She needs break time. Mama's hustling with them babies. Um, Wait, Lauri, 82. Yeah, I have 3 younger brothers. Oh, that's super cool. I just actually dimed in today. This is kind of crazy. This is super side note, but I just dimed in today. My grandfather, don't know if this is like a big deal, but I really counted today that we know of. It's unfortunate I have to say that we know of because that's the kind of man that he was. But my grandfather had 9 kids that I actually grew up seeing, my uncles and aunts. And I was just like, damn, I never realized how many there were until I thought about that. And they're separated, by the way, by generations in age. So his oldest son, since passed, but his oldest son that's still alive is literally in his early 80s. His youngest daughter, obviously alive, is literally 33 years old. Think about that. He has an 80, well, he's gone, he's dead. But my grandfather has an 80-year-old and a 33-year-old still alive at the same time. And then in between them, 7 other kids, because it's 9 altogether. Crazy to think. Crazy. Um, why didn't nobody remember me that remind me that this is Sunday? I just picked up my phone and saw it. Fool, what you mean? Why nobody? What you mean? We was sending you, we sent you, we reached out to you. He was like, what's going on? Puna, we was worried, we was asking for you. Guys, I'm self-reflecting right now. And I think I'm in fact selfish and self-centered because I just thought about it and I really can't contribute anything to the conversation other than talking about myself. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. We're here to connect, have good conversation, and about. But listen, guys, I'm stopping now because I know y'all want. We did the Russia, and maybe there's a bit more on that. But we're listening to the song. I've been waiting for this song. I want. Can we vibe out? Let me know right now if we can vibe out to some music that I've been waiting to hear. Please put in the comments this right here. Boom, vibe out. Put that right there because I want to start listening to it and I want to get you guys' thoughts. Um, what we've been talking about. Yes, they already filled you out. That movie that also made me cry was Master Chang. Really? Did that make me feel emotional too? I don't know. It's weird. I might have felt that. I'm not gonna lie. And it's that movie where Laura, yeah, acted last time. Yeah. To be honest, I don't know her IRL, but I remember her from some videos, and she's so sweet. Oh, okay. Yeah, she was. So, she was sweet. No, no, she is. And to be honest with you guys, can I tell you guys something as you're putting vibe out? I love to see it. I love to see it. I just actually got an email about being a part of a documentary here in Finland. That has to deal with myself and a few others, and they would like to document it for televised stuff. And I'm in a conundrum, and this is connected to me speaking about Elfie because um my partner, by the way, she's half Finnish, half Macedonian, by the way. But I'm in a conundrum because the reason why my partner stopped being in my videos in the past wasn't anything changed. I just remember one day as the following started to go and I started to get a follow on TikTok and IG and all of that kind of stuff. I realized I want my family to have peace whether they're with me or not. And knowing in public spaces when I'm out and stuff that people approach me or want to take photos or things like that, everyone's always so respectful. To be honest with y'all, the energy I see on social media in America, I don't think I could ever be a content creator in America because that kind of attention is not for me. I make content because I actually enjoy the process. I don't want to say I don't enjoy the engagement when I'm walking around because that's unfair. I think to me, a piece of that shows me, hey, the time that I'm putting in, it's valued, it's connecting with people, and it's really cool to see that people enjoy my content. So don't get me wrong on that. But when it comes to my family, I don't ever want my kids to ever feel like they have to be like me, that they have to be on a road like me, that my career is more important than their lives. It's not. It's always going to be in the back seat. It's the thing that holds us up. Thank you so much for the Truman Show, hype Truman. I really appreciate that. I was trying to think what it was. Um, but yeah, so I think that once I started to kind of think about that, knowing how she is as well, I was like, you know what? You don't have to be in the videos. Like because it would already be like not that she was just like I don't want to be in your videos, but it was kind of like. I, you don't have to be, like I'm not gonna pull you into it, and then knowing that they can go and do as they please with nobody. Oh, Elfie, that would be weird. Like like for her for sure, and especially for my kids. So I think that I like that my kids can have that anonymity to themselves, to have that private life. And the reason I brought up the documentary that I'm a little bit like apprehensive is because they would need to be in my life. Like this documentary would need to be filming all up close, coming to the house, and a lot of that is not exactly my comfort zone. But there's a piece of me that feels like, what if this story, what if this experience that I'm sharing could have some value to other people? And that's where my kind of more morality chimes in. But we would definitely have to have a discussion about censoring either kids just not being at all on screen, which I'd be completely fine, or you gotta completely blur out like 100%, and that would be a contract. 'Cause those things I take very, very seriously. So yeah, but my son, by the way, loves watching my videos. He loves seeing the things that I do, and I'm very proud that he likes what I do, and he's proud of what I do. That means the world to me. Um, Ooh, I'm so sorry. Movie and Russia, pretty much. Yes, yeah. All right, let's get into this song. Puna, how did you like the Spider Man? I thought it was the. Hey, stop talking about the movie. Don't tell nobody about the movie now. I saw the movie too. Don't tell nobody about the movie. We got to leave it open for everybody else to see. Y'all didn't y'all spoiled it. I just said earlier, I was like, I saw the Spider-Man movie, but I'm not gonna say nothing if it's good or bad, so other people can see it. But shit, y'all already done got in the comments and said some stuff. Um, but yeah, I'm so glad that you guys got the chance to see the movie. Yeah, you see, Lizzie said no spoilers. You see what you got. Lizzie, did I not follow through? Come on now. I told you I was like, I don't like spoilers. I don't spoil people. I want y'all to get a chance to see it, and then we can have a conversation about it. But let's get into the song for today. I'm gonna pull it up. I gotta pull up the group real quick because I actually have them saved on IG. Oh, wait a minute. You don't know. I've been literally waiting for this. Hold on. Mm. All right, so the group. It's funny because I saved them under audio as well, so now I got to look under audio. This was about maybe a week ago. Okay, so it's Fantan. I'm so curious what y'all think about this because y'all gonna be like, I feel like y'all be like, whoa, hold on a second. I never would have imagined that Diesel would listen to these type of songs. I never would have thought. Oh my god. Hold on a second. Let me put this. First, we got to make sure y'all can hear it. That's actually the first concern. Oh, it's there. It's there. Oh my god, it's there. I cannot wait to watch. Y'all have no idea. I cannot wait to watch this. Before we watch anything, I'm gonna actually pull up a different song, and I need you guys to tell me in the comments if you can hear this because I want to make sure the audio is being heard that is transmitting to you guys. Hold on. Uh Let me see. What did you guys say? Can a documentary revolve solely around you? Why about me? Nobody will want to watch a documentary about just me. That would be wild. That'd be the worst documentary you have ever seen. 1.3 stars. Um, but yeah, in the documentary, I'm pretty sure there's only I think three characters. So I'm one of those three. But I'll give it, like I said, guys, I hate to tell you guys things without doing them. I'm a man of action rather than words. The only reason I actually shared this with you is because this is literally on my table as an option. Like it's something I can pass or let go with. So if it was something that was up in the air that I wasn't certain, I wouldn't have shared it. I love to make sure if I'm going to talk about something that's the actional part. But yeah, I probably will set up a meeting with the woman who I'm not going to tell you her name yet because apparently she is a personnel that works across the board here in Finland on different televised programs that you guys are probably familiar with. So we will see. Yeah, Puna only spoil that it's everyone should see it, right? Yeah, that's not what you said. I saw some stronger adjectives used to express how that movie was. Uh that acceptable spoiler then. I can't wait for the Miles Morales live action. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty wild. I'm curious what they will do with that as well. Um, can you say what did you? Can I say? Can you say Turun Oh wow, Turun Snappy. Turun Snappy. I don't know if that was said right, but all right, guys, let me know. I'm gonna share the screen. Let me know if you can hear this song that I'm about to play for you guys. Let me make sure. I mean, not song. Kind of like a lo-fi in the background. Somebody asked me about that earlier. I'm so sorry. I never got back to your response. Somebody asked me about music that I like to listen to. It's hard. My favorite genre of music is kind of hip hop, rap, and rock. But hip hop is different. Hip hop is kind of old school. Rap has changed dramatically into many assets that I don't enjoy anymore. So it's very hard. And I'm not exactly hugely stuck on just conscious rap because sometimes conscious rap can be good, but sometimes it can be overbearing. So I like songs that kind of give me the vibe I'm looking for. And nowadays, to be honest with y'all would laugh at me, but I'm listening to a lot of like lo-fi, neo funk, punk. I'm listening to a lot. Sometimes I even listen to soundtracks from movies or even games like Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. I got weird interests. It is what it is. So um let me share the screen. Let me know if y'all can hear it or not. Hold on a sec. All right. Can you guys
You're very easy to manipulate.
first thing we're told is we're
I was
very
about-
easy to manipulate. That's great. Hey. Wow. Can you guys hear this music? Carvis. You said the sound is working? You guys can hear this? Let me know. I'm waiting for a response here. Oh Oh yeah, like right. Okay. Oh my God, guys, we are about to hear a song together. First time. Oh, I'm so excited right now because guys, I've been hearing this clip. I've been hearing this clip to this song for a while, and they gave a little little preview of it, maybe like 3 weeks ago or something like that, and I heard it, and I just music that just I'm talking too much. Let's just get into it. Y'all ready? You ready? Oh, let's get into it. Oh, let's go. Hold on. I just realized I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hold on a second. All right. All right. All right. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I hope that I make somebody a fan of them today. Because I don't know. I just came across this. All right. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Let's get into this. Let's get into this. I'm gonna turn it up too. Y'all can control the volume on your sides. Ooh, I've been waiting for this. All right, let's do it. Mm. Some violin action. Woo! Oh my God! Oh, so atmospheric. Oh my God! Oh, I love it. Woo-hoo! Oh yes! Listen to the instruments. Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! No beach music. We're in this right now. Oh my God, we're in this. Yo, what are y'all thinking right now? Hold on. What are y'all thinking right now? I'm about to go back because she's gonna hit us with some stuff. What are y'all thinking right now? Just the instrumentation. I love instruments so much. So hearing all of the different sounds from the drum, the violin, oh my God, it's just like it's things that just mix together that shouldn't, well, not saying shouldn't, but it's like this beautiful mix of contemporary mixed with present modern music. And oh my God, bro. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Puna hitting it with the peak. Some you're killing me because you really thought we was about to just listen to low summer vibes. Oh my God, bro. I'm gonna start it again just real quick at where she's coming in because I have not literally this was the snippet. They didn't give us the whole thing. So oh my God. Okay. Hold on. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. Mm. Oh my God. I'm just crying at you because you feeling the vibe? Oh my God. Play it. Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. It's because I have the headphones in. Oh. This is beautiful.
It was always a choice, baby, using my voice, and I wouldn't have made it. If you told me I'd be reaching the end to it to make it
Oh my
friends,
God.
I could go back and really try. Now I'm slowly pushing my this was the choice of better what I lived ever in. Cause now when you're towards the end and I still can't do anything right, I got no one to blame inside. I'm just crying to you cause I get lonely with the next night. I'm searching for shit to buy. Wishing I could go back in time, long enough to rewrite the line. No matter how far I try to go, I'm always 2 steps out of line. Slowly trailing behind. I'm just crying to you cause I wanted to bring it all alive. But I'm just scratching my shit to buy. And I'll never go back inside.
Right back to the beginning.
It's the choice of how I lived every life.
Oh wow. That might have been a lot for some of y'all, but wow. Wow. Thank you for that. Thank you for that moment of peace that I was able to have right there. That so I didn't, you know what's crazy? Puna, cover your eyes and ears. I like how I did that backwards. Cover your eyes and ears, cover your eyes and ears. Totally new for me, so I don't have an opinion. That is fair. I'm okay with that. Night Wish Nemo. Okay, let me bump down to the side here. Yes, B went hard for sure. You know what's crazy? So, putting this in perspective, I'm opening the door with Perre. When I was growing up, and we don't talk about this often, but when I was growing up, completely unfortunately, my environment and experience as a kid was I was very afraid, very frightened, scared a lot due to the circumstances of what was happening around me. So, I found that escapism was something that I found often. Music tastes different. Recommended the song "The Night Has Come" by Oneva. Y'all hear me? Don't get me excited because I really like to listen to music that going back to what I was saying that takes me away. And as funny as it sounds, the music was good, but it was a lot for me to take. Fair enough. I know. I get it. I get it. But like there's okay, so that's good that you said that, and I like that you said that, and I'm gonna write down you guys' recommendations, by the way. Or copy and paste it. But what's funny about it is that due to my upbringing being how it was, there's something about escapism, chaos that I'm connected to with sound, with music. As to why, like one of my favorite groups to this day of rock. I know y'all giving me Nightwish and all of that. Corn is forever my one of my favorites. I was also a big Marilyn Manson fan growing up as well. So like, um, I struggle. I went into a lot of growing up. I went into a lot of those dark places as well. Unfortunately, mentally struggling. Um, during those times. So one of the musics that actually changed me, and this is actually one of my favorite rap styles too. This is the irony. So when I was growing up, you know how it was for y'all that remember, like, we're coming from gangster rap pretty much. You know what I mean? The Tupacs, well, not everybody, then you had later 50 Cents, DMX, like real hard. And even though I did like a lot of the more commercial music that was popular from them, I will never forget hearing Kid Cudi's Day and Night. The same way as in 2005 when I first heard Coldplay's Speed of Sound. It did something to me. Like it took my brain somewhere else that I never knew. I never knew I would have that type of interest. and it immediately, like, the reason I think that music that we just listened to is because there's something about this cinematic, like I can picture a legit movie that this is playing in. Like that song that they just did would be phenomenal for necromancers or whatever, like one of those cyberpunk movies that just came out. Maybe if you want to put it to the Dune movie or whatever, like would be a perfect fit. But God, man, like that kind of music. Also, why years later I end up liking like Travis Scott. I love his ability of just omniscience, floating. They don't always have to say so many words. I do like when say things that have meaning, just saying. But I do like to just float. I'm gonna give you an example real quick. This is switching to hip hop real quick. I know I'm throwing y'all all over the place, but I'm gonna give you an example of a vibe that I used to be stuck on. Don't ask me why. Um, but it used to get me every time. Hold on a second. This is now. I hope this is a little bit slower for you, Lizzie. We're going into the hip hop. Yeah, hip hop time, right? But DMX goes hard. Hell yeah. Do you know the funny thing? I'm gonna give y'all a really, really funny thing. So for many years, I used to get people like, man, you sound like DMX. You know what's funny? That I actually had noticed in that DMX's voice. I think the reason we get similarities is for three reasons. One, I'm bald and I'm black. So that's easy. But technically, even before that, it was like that as well. So if I do the DMX's voice is actually a few octaves higher than mine, he would actually be considered a mid to regular baritone. My voice goes down to, well, maybe a low baritone, excuse me. My voice is a low bass baritone. What's funny about DMX and I also similarity is because we're both also from the East Coast, which is an area which is known for fast speakers, which sometimes can come across as though they try to, most people from New York, Philly, them type of areas, we always sound like we're trying to sell you something based off of the way that we talk. So having the way that DMX talk, believe it or not, is a very East Coast thing. So DMX's voice, if I go, I haven't practiced a long time, so but if I go a little bit higher, use a little bit more grit, dog, I'm in here. I'm DMX coming in. What I do with my thing? I'm gonna go with that. Right, that's kind of how he talks. So it's kind of funny when people do the DMX thing. I like the songs with more unique stuff like violins, which you don't usually hear in songs like these. 100%. I actually have a crazy. If I can find it for y'all, I will show it to you, bro. It's low key screamo, which is actually not my normal thing, but they put violin in that thing and it hit different. I'm throwing too much at y'all today. I'm sorry, Lizzie. I'm on the spectrum and I'm overly sensitive to rapid sounds and lights and more into hip hop and DMX fan, definitely. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, I also, guys, just putting it out there, my brother is also on the spectrum. My brother has Asperger's. So that's something that I found out many, many years later. And it's actually quite weird because I myself, I wouldn't have noticed, but also we have a 10-year gap. So I was away, during probably that period that maybe it started to form greater. Because he was like 9-ish, 10 when I moved out. So I think that I didn't get to see that whole process of how that develops, how it changes. But I'm so curious, and I don't mean to make this any strange or whatever. But I'm so curious, Lizzie, if you don't mind sharing what is that you have that's from the spectrum or whatever. I'm very curious to hear about that. And thank you for letting me know that. I would like to do my best not to throw you off with things that might upset you in that sense. I recommend Back in One Piece from DMX featuring Aaliyah. I probably know that song. The title is not coming to me, but I'm pretty sure I've heard so many DMX songs. Feel you. Throw it all to me. I deserve it for being late. My music taste is so random. I have only heard Rough Riders, but I like it. Hey, do it. Like I literally, like I just said, my favorite group is Korn. Favorite rapper. Oh, this is hard. Oh, I put myself on the spot like that. Okay, if I say rappers I like, yes. Tupac definitely like. Biggie like. DMX like. Busta Rhymes. I really like Busta Rhymes because Busta Rhymes was kind of like Missy Elliott. I loved how they both were very creative with their music videos. And to me, honestly, they transcended present day rap and hip hop because they were doing a lot of stuff. Like everybody wanted to be cool and hard and do rag and gangsta. And Busta Rhymes just came in with like a rah rah, and he completely left and did his own thing creatively. And they just had such great music. Put Your Hands Where I Can See Him is one of my one of my favorites. What do you say? Yeah, I can't stand a lot either. I know all of these names. What? Hell yeah. All right, this is a random song I'm pulling for you. I hope, Lizzie, please. I hope that is not too much, but I feel like it's way more calming. Being completely honest with you guys once again, Puna, I'm not going to judge or tell you what to do. Make the decisions that you plot to make as an adult. I was a complete adult the first time I had this substance, but I used to smoke marijuana, guys. I used to smoke marijuana a lot, but I didn't do it until I lived in California. So it was legal. I've never smoked marijuana illegally outside of when I moved out of California. So to me, I used to listen to this song on repeat while I was in that state. I don't know why, but it was a song that I really vibe to. But anyway, let's get into it. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Travis Scott, old song, but older song I used to listen to. Y'all can see. I'm hoping y'all can hear it. All right, hold on. This was a vibe for me.
Cut the monologue. Have to close the curtain, cut the show off.
Memories coming back.
Popping Z's and bench, try not to doze off. Riding through the hood with the doors off. See so many strip clubs, damn, I might invest.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Wait, they got me for another check. Order up the pizza with the crab cake.
I hope this is not loud. Please turn it down.
Days, you know I'm mad late. Last couple summers, it was so hard.
Listen to it.
Hurting on these niggas, cut the show off. Fighting off these eddies, I don't wanna doze off. But I pop for school buses on my old Lord.
I'm just taking y'all to when he hums with the auto tune, of course.
Was outside. Yeah, we had no
wait till he gets to the hums, guys. It takes you somewhere. Close your eyes. Close your eyes right here. Close them. Come on, listen. Woo!
Yeah. Back when back time.
Oh my God, yo. Just a vibe for me. This was just a vibe. Okay. It's okay to you. Okay, fair enough. You ask, Lizzie, are you asking what this song is? Let me know if that's what you're saying. All right. Let me throw a little monkey. Hold on. This is that comes to mind. We talking about just random music. I was also a big fan of Gorillaz, and I used to like the one song Dare. I'm just throwing stuff at y'all right now. So many vibes of songs that I used to like. Well, not used to like, but still.
The moment is ours.
Let's get some ads. Let me watch my video.
I got the power.
You guys can just see ads all the time. Song, big fan. You don't need to imagine, Puna. You don't need to imagine. You know Gorillaz, bro. Gorillaz. I need to give me a t-shirt. Oh, man. Gorillaz is just A+. Hello. Who's ever heard this song?
Hello.
Imagine, let me see. Puna on it. And this might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I don't know. I used to like it too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's time. Hey. Such a vibe. Oh, it's time out, guys. I'm being super rude right now because I just realized, even though I enjoy this song, Lizzie just said 5 seconds ago out loud. I know she can deal with that, but lights and colors and stuff. So I do not want to be rude. So my bad on this. But yes, it is bumping. It is a good song. I'm so sorry. It's called Gorillas. Well, it's not called Gorillas. It's called Dare by Gorillas. What is he? If you've heard of that group or whatever. But Lizzie, I ain't want to be rude on that. I have well, there's many, but I'm not going to keep making y'all sit through these daggone songs. Spooky Beginning. I have this one that I want to see if I can find first. I know I saved it on a playlist somewhere. Let me see real quick. If I first I'll search it because I don't know. With cello. Ooh, good Lord. I'm gonna see if I can find it because I'm pretty sure it's a cello that they use in this song. Wait a minute. Dracula. Oh, yeah. For 5 seconds, I actually thought you guys were talking about Labyrinth. Who knows Labyrinth? Tell me if you know Labyrinth because I have a Dracula song that I think you guys might also like. Different style as well. You might have heard his work if you've ever seen the show Euphoria. Where is it? Oh, I might have to check on. Feel Good, yes. Feel good. Shake it, shake it. Feel good. Feel Good is also a good song. Clint Eastwood as well. Gorilla's got so many bangers, y'all. Right now, as I said, I'm searching the playlist because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find that because I don't remember I don't want to waste your time looking for it. But there was this one song I heard. I'm not even huge on Screamo at all. But yeah. Yes, Puna, listen, it is a super graphic show and definitely does not make any sense how they pause 1 second. This is something I'm not a big fan of. I don't know about other adults that watch this. Uh, but I'm not a big fan of how they take teenage shows, especially today, and overly sexualize them. I think it's very weird to me personally because it's doing two things. It's definitely not even amongst most adults is it going down like that. And then also, I think it's weird because a lot of those shows are actually technically pushed and focused towards adults as why they sit on platforms where they are 18 plus and for like HBO or Stars, wherever you've seen it. So I think it's weird to have shows that are hyper sexualizing characters that, yes, technically are adults in real life, but are supposedly playing as teenagers. Kind of the same thing that, yes, because I didn't grow up with anime, I still have that detachment sometimes that I think it's strange that most of these stories that they also sexualize with the chests and all of that kind of stuff, they're teenagers. I've always thought that to be weird, which lets me know mainly, unfortunately, it's probably male writers, but I've always found that to be a little bit odd. When you're a teenager, you might not see it that way, but once you like become an adult and you start looking, you're like, the hell is going on here? Like, what is this mess right here? But yeah, something that they always have like this schoolgirl thing that I think that they play into, and then you obviously see that that's part of the culture that they have a little bit of a fetish about that. So yeah, I don't agree with that at all. I don't know many of these songs, but I would recommend Across 110th Street. Bob Way. Hey, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Our next live, do y'all think it could be finished music too? Do y'all think that we should have have an opening? Of course, we'll have a topic we can discuss, but do y'all think that we should have an opening where we can listen to music with each other and songs that you guys put out there and choose? Because I think that that would be really cool. Labyrinth, by the way, I'm just bringing this up. I have no idea if you guys would be into this. Dracula. No idea. I hope that it's calming. I hope that it's peaceful and that it's not too much for anybody's ears. Bobby Womack actually sounds super familiar, by the way. Yes, this is the. Let me know what you guys think. This is just audio.
Onni.
Oh my God, it's
Olisiko mitään hajua, mitä tässä kämpästä sai susta edes myyntiin?
all right. Know you guys' thoughts. This is the artist Labyrinth. Listen to that. It's beautiful. Listen to back vocals. Oh, I love that.
Ain't my fault if you can't feel your life.
Such a beautiful voice. It sounds broken, which gives it emotion.
Dracula, I did the city right.
Oh, guys, what are you feeling? Are you guys feeling it? Let me know. It's gonna drop.
Careful now, thirsty for a lover.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, make your wish, but say you're our father. Cause violets are blue, but I smell roses on your neck.
Sorry that it doesn't have subtitles, guys.
Dracula, he's fucking up your dress.
Oh, listen to this, guys, right here. Oh, yeah, Lizzie, there you go. Here you go. Oh, my God. Listen to that. Perhe Sunday, she's an amazing artist. Incredible voice. I remember her. Yes. Lizzie, turn your volume down a little bit here. But beautiful. Simply beautiful. Simply beautiful. And pure. Oh my goodness. Do you know? This is very unfortunate. I had a song from Labyrinth. Oh my goodness, that I used to listen to that was so deep for me, used to make me so emotional. Oh my goodness. It used to really make me emotional. It was a tough song. And said okay, Erica, you too? All right, too high of a voice. Do y'all only like the deep voices? Y'all only want deep voice artists? These streams do not make enough money that copyright would worry about it. Yeah. Don't worry about me over here. I'm okay with that. They copyright me. I mean, we're having a good time. And you guys were present. You were here for it. So, and I'm adding something, right? I'm adding something. I'm listening. I'm reacting. You know what I mean? The worst that they could do is block it. That would be the worst. Like, it'd be totally different if I was streaming like movies or content with not like just making it available to y'all. Then I might walk into a strike. But if it's something like this, the only thing that majorly would happen, of course, it would be that they would just block the video so no one else can see it. You guys presently being here, it would be okay. And what is up, grown ass man, dog? It is good to see you here, fellow American, dropping into the videos. And yeah, but I'm so excited, guys, because I wanted to tell y'all, this is culturally to me. So I always try to share to y'all. I give all respect and love to Finnish culture. I want to give y'all a little bit of my culture back home. I might have, once again, I know this is bad because I like I said, man of action. The documentary, that is on the table. That is something that I have to choose whether I want to be a part of it or not this coming week. Still question if I want to be on finished TV and sharing my personal life and stuff like that. So we will see. But this is not one of those actionable things. This is one of those family we wishing that this fall right. There is this super dope new, like, I don't even know if you would call it anime. I'm not sure what it's called, but the it looks amazing. Like the artistry, the team behind it. One of the guys is actually from the Boondocks, if you know what that is from the Boondocks, and he's also a part of this project that they're putting together. And it was at DreamCon, and I might have an opportunity to voice a character on that show. And the reason it's important to me culturally is because, one, I'm a big fan of this thing I'm about to say right here. I love that there's inclusivity into the different things that many of us grew up, especially as colored folks, watching in America. Like, oh my goodness, it's so cool to see Falcon, Black Panther, characters that existed. They were made, they've been there. But then there's sometimes mini series and things that we are disappointed in America that we don't get into, and we feel like, oh, they're not including us, they're not putting in this. And the honest truth is, a lot of those worlds were not built or written for us, unfortunately. Not saying that they can't find inclusivity where it's belly. You'll see, I'm struggling today with that word, but I'm also a huge fan of creators that say, hey, that that place wasn't written for me, that place wasn't created for me. Here's me taking my own initiative to make my own space. The reason that's hard is because most of the people that complain about we don't have our own space don't support those people that are trying to make a space where you feel better represented. That's a lot of times the problem. For example, somebody mentioned Miles Morales earlier. Miles Morales was an incredible add-on that also branched into his own experience. That is why that works. That is why that's unique. Or when you get, even though he wasn't made by a black person, when you get characters like Spawn, for example, he had his own origin, he had his own character, and he's a black man. So that opens a door of representation. So to me, having an opportunity to possibly be a part of a show that's, I mean, incredibly made, where there's a lot of black artists, is just like, that's so cool. Like, I've always wanted to be a part of that because, yeah, when I was growing up, for you guys that haven't experienced that, like when we were growing up, if you got around, because I grew up majorly in a black neighborhood, so I didn't get it too bad. But when I got older, you start playing with other kids of different nationalities, some of them being white or whatever. Oh, I'm Superman. You can't be Superman, you're black, or whatever. Like it was weird where you got hit with this weird wall because as a kid, you got imagination. So once you start hearing these limitations to what you can do, and then you start realizing, well, damn, there's not many superheroes that represent me that I specifically would want to be. Like Green Lantern is dope. John Stewart, give him all the credit. But I'm saying at the time, John Stewart wasn't my interest of character that I wanted to be. Liked him in the show, but I'm just saying personally. So I'm just saying that it's so cool. So I'm gonna keep y'all posted on that because I'm really excited to get the opportunity because they said they really love my voice. And I asked them specifically if I could be a demon in the show. Because I liked their artistry of what they were doing. So what did you say? What are the rules to the trip sometimes on copyright? Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry. I'm going back a little bit here because I vented off. So my bad, y'all. The rules on YouTube. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Big D, spare me $100 for candy since you have that big wallet. The hell, you need $100, €100 in candy? What kind of candy is you eating? I can ship this to you. You want these are some really good candies too. For free. I can give it to you. €100. What kind of candy are you eating? Candy from Willy Wonka factory? That's crazy. I would recommend Poet in the Pendulum live Wembley Arena. Y'all giving me some good. I appreciate this because I'm hoping that it's similar to the styles that we just shared together. All right, I can finally focus on the stream. Music sounded great. I hope you enjoyed this next day. We just trying to have a good time with it. You got to have the mentality of not having limitations. Yes, keep us posted. Yes. Oh my God, but it's been so long since I've gotten to the last comment. That makes me feel good. Sometimes I'll be lingering way too long. But what do y'all think? 10 kilos of birretta culia, green balls. What is that? But what do you guys think for the next? Because I'm saying we already running into 2 hours, and I'm going to go ahead and run and watch this Jujutsu Kaisen. What are you guys thinking about for the next topic? Because I want to get you guys going on the next topic for next week. And I do have some videos I'm gonna be dropping this week, which I'm excited about because I don't know what like I thought that I had things timed up, but I was not able to make my post that I wanted to make. And now that I can share it with you guys because I didn't get a chance to post it, but I will post it on Monday. I think it would be better. But I got a chance to actually just sit down and engage with a video on YouTube that was just completely in Finnish, where I was trying to like learn Finnish and speak it, and it ended up being a little bit more interesting than I thought. But I was listening for comprehension purposes to finish, and then trying to tell you guys what I think it was saying, and then obviously it would tell me afterwards what was going on. So yeah, I think y'all gonna enjoy it. And then obviously I have other videos where I'm learning things and I'm sharing those through my shorts and then on IG and TikTok. That looks like the candy in the bottom of grandma's church. What you mean? Bottom of, you remember grandma used to pull out, it was them, it would be this one strawberry one. It was like a strawberry plastic kind of twist like that, but it had this strawberry on it. Grandma also got, for whatever reason, she got these Altoid mints, peppermints for sure. Grandma always got the peppermint. She always got a bag of loose change. Always bus fare change. Grandma always had the good stuff. I miss my grandma, man. Grandma, I miss her so much. She was like literally one of my favorite people. Nan, shout out to you from wherever your spirit may lie. Shout out to Nan. You know, I was making a joke. This is so messed up, but I was like, for people that believe in heaven and hell, I was like, everybody always be like this. Does anybody just be like, yo, man, we miss you, Craig, and then just like look down? Like, cause you know Craig wasn't good in life. You know, ain't no way Craig up there. Why nobody like catch a football or shoot a shot in the NBA and then just like point down to somebody they love because they know that that's messed up. But I don't know. I just be thinking like that sometimes. When's the voice call happening? I gotta teach D to say my name correctly. I know, yo, I've been butchering your name every single time I say your name. The O in your name is what my butt does. I know that sounds so crazy and diabolical to say, but that's literally what happens every time. Literally, I'm trying to say your name and I just feel, oh, that's literally what it feels like. I'm just like, I don't know how to say it because it's like this weird Swedish thing, right? So it's like, I'm using the Finnish, strömslom. Oh, that sounds crazy. Like shlom, shlom. Shalom. You got that like I need to hit you with the Gandalf accent saying your name, Berog. Like you got some. It looks so basic, but it's hard for me to say. But yeah, I'm thinking Wednesday would be nice for like a video call chat. I used to love the blue orbs as a kid, but when I ate them so often that I got sick of them, and I still get repulsed by them. Is this a Finnish thing? Because I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Sorry, green balls, that's green. I'm forgetting my colors. Wait, what? This sounds diabolical when reading this in English because all I see is green balls are so cute. That's all I'm seeing. And I have no relative to what y'all talking about. Translated, they are green balls. You can find them at your local S Market at December. All right, I'll take a look because I have no idea what y'all talking about. My grandma always had a bowl full of Fatser chocolate. It's like me, like it's bald and brown. Let me see. Nearly got it just now. Around what time on Wednesday? Ooh, let's hit that up in the Discord, y'all, because I'm not. I gotta make sure what I'm looking at this starting Monday because I always plot my week and schedule for work and then things like that on Monday. So let's plot what that'll be on Monday because I want to make sure I'm reasonable to giving everybody their time and space. That's your chocolate, really good. Balls is palat, guys. Yes. Gulat is orbs. Yes. Don't do it. Puna, don't turn it into a meme, please. Don't do that. Don't do it to me again. Hey, we're going to come to a close now because I'm going to run and go watch the show. But can I ask you a question, Puna? Snakesy, Expert_B, I'm pretty sure left way earlier due to the birthday and things like that. I did not understand the exit that he put. But what is today's four elements of the Perhe avatar? What is the four elements? By the way, which is really disappointing, guys, because I didn't even watch the new season that came. Also, I gotta watch the movie. Yeah, I gotta watch the Avatar movie, by the way. The new one that dropped. But I did not see the new season, but I had seen on social media that apparently it was something. Can I say it like that? Because I forgot. No spoilers, right? But what is today's four elements on the ball? Thank y'all so much for sitting around listening to me listen to music. That's wild. That I just berated y'all with some music. Y'all was probably like, what the heck is it? Why are we listening to music over there? But I want to give y'all opportunity so I can vibe. If y'all song sucks and I listen to it, no, I'm just kidding. Because I let y'all listen to my songs too. If I don't dig it, I'm gonna just tell you I ain't really into it, which is fine. Everybody got their own type of music. Because even Erica said earlier, my song wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? She was like, it's all right, I guess. Fair, fine. You know, I'm gonna take that personally later, like Michael Jordan, but it is what it is. But yeah, I like how unless Puna is looking through the comments, this is the longest I've ever seen Puna take with this. Puna usually got it on hand. Puna's usually ready. If I asked with the 4 seasons, Puna already got me. Is someone else putting up that? Because Puna and I came in late. All right, yeah. You missed the first hour? Okay, fair enough. All right, the music listening stream with the submission sounds like a great idea for the future stream. Yeah, I'm gonna take make a list, and then we can start checking them out together. We should next time listen music suggestions. Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I would like that. Favorite artists of all time, artists that I like really enjoyed growing up. When I was a kid, I really liked Michael Jackson a lot. When I was a kid. But I think because his music was played so much, he had just dropped the album not that long. So that was kind of like in my childhood as well. I did mention Busta Rhymes, DMX, Tupac for sure. Oy, 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 oy. I used to like Alicia Keys a lot. Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, Korn, Marilyn Manson. I know I'm just throwing groups out at this point. Well, Marilyn Manson's and the Spooky Kids, but Marilyn Manson, Korn, Jonathan Davis. I liked his vocals. Coldplay. Naming bands again, but I'm just doing it. Holy crap! Why am I forgetting his name? That makes me feel so bad. Chester. Chester from. My brain is not functioning right now. Linkin Park. Got a lot of different groups. I just like music, man. 4 elements. Music, anime. Big D looks like a chocolate ball and green orb balls. Jesus Christ. I mean myself with that one. I gave myself the chocolate ball. I was going to do 2, but I was like, let's keep this appropriate. So I just literally said, yeah. Anyway, we're going to find out because y'all making it sound mythical as hell. When I grew up in Finland, we used to eat green orbs. Like that sounds like some mystical glowing green ball. Not the best. Would be better if I had been here since from the start. But it's all right. Yeah, it's sisters and your sister time, and I respect it. Facts. Russia was pretty much at the beginning. Lizzie, what you got? Lizzie, I'm putting you on the spot. Lizzie, you was at the very beginning with Snexy as well, but no, wait, no. Expelled and score B, my bad, mixed it up. But you was here at the beginning. If you had to also give, because I'm just curious, if you had to give the 4 elements, what would they be? I think Russia was big on the beginning. List songs in Discord, and yes, list songs on Discord, please. And he also gave his IHOP order. Yeah, does anybody remember my IHOP order? And because nobody was going to remember to quiz me about the information that I got earlier from Karvis, 1918 is when they went through the war here in Finland and almost fell into a communist country. I still got it. in my brain. And then also that Ukraine was a part of the Soviet Union. I was also given that information earlier. My brain still got it. It's locked in like a key. Um, but yeah, does anybody remember my IHOP order? Because I still got it. Earlier we had a conversation for you guys that weren't here. Someone had mentioned that he had went to IHOP, gained about 7 kilos when he was there, and practically they were ordering everything on that menu at IHOP. I told him Cracker Barrel is way better quality in regards to taste. IHOP has way more variety, and I definitely ate at IHOP all the time. But if you want to get some of the best pancakes you've ever had, you need to go to a diner. For whatever reason, diners in the US, especially if you ever drive and you come in the middle of nowhere, Route 66, whatever, desert, and you see a diner, they probably make some of the best pancakes ever. I don't know why, but it just hits hard. But if you don't remember my order, I will close out with my order to a key because I know exactly what I got. One thing that I definitely have is I am a creature of habit. I can never get away with anything because I'm a creature of habit. More so because due to the chaos of how I grew up, I definitely try to hold my life to a sense of routine or schedule to keep things in order the best that I can. I'm not perfect, but I definitely try my best. IHOP order was epic indeed. Yes, I'm gonna hit y'all with it. Good evening, Matteo. Tu da Bianco. I like that name right there. I'm doing good. How are you doing? And I'm just about to close. So if you didn't get a chance to be a part of this one, please hop on next Sunday because we're gonna be doing some things. I'll be dropping plenty of videos this week, so don't worry, guys. One element was Puna missing. Yeah, Puna. Puna was a big one. That's it. We've had a Puna scare. I'm gonna start calling them Puna scares. Anytime Puna don't show up, I'm gonna start calling it a Puna scare. We're having a Puna scare. I think that works perfectly because we've had one other Puna scare, but Puna popped up pretty early. But this was the longest Puna had ever been gone from us, and we were very concerned. I always think the worst when Puna's not here. I always think the worst. It was 5 blueberry pancakes. All right. And after that, you lost me. It's classical candy for Christmas. 3 green balls. Yes. Okay. I still got to see what this is. I got to see a picture. But you try them green orbs this December. I will. I legit will. Did my best. All remember is that order. All right. Y'all ready? This is my IHOP order. If I was going right back there today, this is the same exact thing I'm getting every time. I would like to have a stack of 5 blueberry pancakes, whipped cream on the top, strawberries with a nice slitty ditty dice of syrup on the top. To my right side, I would like to have 3 sunny side eggs flipped, salt with a little bit of pepper. To my left, I would like a plate of hash browns, salt and pepper, light on the ketchup. And then lastly, what I would like is to have me a cinnamon toast piece of bread. But the way that they make it is a little bit different. And they also put whipped cream on top with syrup on there. And that was literally the standard of what I would buy there every single time. So my order every single time I went there was probably around $25 to $26 every single time. And my life at the time, I was about 116 kilos, but I used to eat at IHOP like that. Then every single day I was eating at the buffet, which was $14 because I used to like to eat at Chinese buffets because I had endless food that I could eat. I didn't like any other buffets like Old Country Buffet, never ate at those places. Ill. And then I also used to like if I ate pizza, holy moly, I always had a personally made pizza. So my pizza would always end up being about $30. Then I would have a side of breadsticks. Bro, I'm really noticing I probably only would have lived to about 47 if I would have lived in America. Yeah, I'm starting to realize I gained new life. Cause I definitely, I was lifting weights and stuff, but my eating habits were atrocious. Good Lord. I was eating so bad. Dang, I just gave me a revelation. Like sometimes I'm like, obesity is not that big of a deal in America because you don't see fat people all the time. But the more I think about it, I am part of that narrative of what was going on just by the way I was eating. God, just to think every day I was going to work, I would fall into this trap because I was like, oh, I don't got enough time to make breakfast this morning. Yes, I always made breakfast. It's not standard for me to eat a bowl of cereal, rye bread with cheese. It just wasn't happening in America. So I had so many stops at McDonald's because McDonald's sold breakfast. So I would have me either egg and cheese bacon McGriddle with 2 hash browns and orange juice. Bro, I'm noticing I'm fat. Holy crap. Or no, I need to stop, bro. Now I'm starting to get watery in the mouth and start thinking about food. This is actually bad. This is an addiction. I love food, yo. I really actually love food a lot. Really love it a lot. Um, oh my god, I can picture the order. That probably fills the whole table. 100%, yo, 100%. Do you know when I ordered that meal, literally it was like a rotation. I should have had a rotation plate because you were just like that that and sometimes the people I remember like they would laugh about it because they would be like, is he really going to eat that? Every piece of it. And I'm gonna stack the plates on top of each other too. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I remember one thing I used to, yeah, I did like to feel big. I enjoyed being big, but I will tell you, I used to sweat way more. Even though I look really muscular, I used to sweat way more. I used to hate how it felt because like you knew in certain environments where other people were just like comfortable and calm, you would start sweating. Walking up a flight of stairs, holy crap, bro. I used to be like a little bit winded. Like I was like noticing it wasn't good for me. It's kind of like crazy to think about that right now. What's a atla? Puna said important. Me and Expelled will recruit Lizzie as a junior atla stream element story animator. I don't even know what that is. Oh, Avatar the Last Airbender. Puna, don't be making up acronyms like we all knew what that was. I didn't been a fan of them. Got tattoo on my neck of the Last Airbender. I ain't never heard nobody call that thing Atla. I'm gonna give it to you though for being the genesis of that, of being the creator, but I ain't never heard that. We can make that a Perhe acronym. Atla. Everybody on here, Atla means Avatar the Last Airbender. And then Laura says, okay, wow, what a food. We probably shouldn't keep putting more messages so this man can get yeah, should get that lazy Susan, just rotate. Don't get me excited. And yes, y'all right. Like I really like I feel so connected that it sometimes it's hard to leave y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I really do enjoy our times, and I wish we could do this. Like I don't want to say all the time because that might be too much. I'm too homebody and too a little bit introverted. Like I can be extroverted for sure, but ain't nothing like crawling. Like this is the last question I'm gonna ask. And if it is you, just put yes. Y'all don't gotta put long details. Um, but I have this weird thing that I feel like I have a social battery that I don't exactly control. So, like, if I go out to an event, which is rare, but if I do, I'm really good at. I'm speaking like I'm talking from my perspective. How can I say I'm really good? People would have to tell me that. I will say from my perspective, I do my best to try to communicate and talk with people and engage. But I feel like in my own body, I feel like there's like a drainage battery. And when it starts getting lower to the bottom, I'm like, I no longer want to be here. I want to be home. Like that's just how it goes. And then like if I go to an event, I'm completely okay with 8 to 9 months before I ever do that again. So that's why when they have like things like Comic Cons or whatever, I'm like, good thing it's only once a year. Cause I'm just like, oh yeah, woo, this is incredible. Man, that was a lot of people. I'm good on socialization. And you can confuse it with the movies. Is any buffets in Finland? Yes. They're different. And hey, I'm gonna tell you now, bro, they are better health-wise. I know that might not be what you wanted to hear, but health-wise. When I was in America, like really, yo, I can feel it, I can remember it. Like, here's the best way I can explain to you what it feels like in eating, and I'm gonna give you a reference. Eating in America feels like a lake. No, it feels like a pond, a swamp. It feels like you're putting a whole bunch of stuff in you that you can feel is compacting. It's not a stream. It's not moving. It's stuck in place. And it shows on the body, even if it's not always external, you feel it internally. You've been eating all of this stuff in America, just run down the street, and you'll feel everything you just ate after eating it. And definitely in America, especially as a black person, being how we eat things, for sure you get the itis a lot of times. For anybody that doesn't know what the itis is, it is a terminology that we use within the Black community that describes the sensation of eating something and getting completely hit with the feeling of being sleepy or tired afterwards. The reason that this happens more common within the Black community is built off of the history of which we have done in America, is that we tend to put a lot more things like salt and things in our food that cause things to higher up our blood pressure and also our sugar level. When you do that, that causes an increase in your insulin. And when that drops, you immediately feel a huge contingency of tiredness. So it is a very common thing when you're in Black households that you eat this way, you feel all of that hit you. So it's more common. Doesn't mean other people haven't felt this when you've eaten, you have, but it's just more common amongst our culture for that to happen. That being said, once I moved to Finland, it feels like a river. It feels like when you eat, it it doesn't feel like stifling. It doesn't feel like, damn, what did I just eat? Even McDonald's feels completely different. And how the burgers like I eat, if I can eat a finished big burger right now and I'll be good. I guarantee you, if I ate a burger in America right now, I'm probably gonna throw up later on in that day because my body is literally not going to be used to that anymore. So it's kind of crazy, but there really is a difference. Um, wait. I agree. Should we do want this to all right, let's get out of here. I agree we should do the de facto. Yes. When Perro called for a meeting, bro, I want to go to sleep. Yes. All right, everybody, let's go to sleep. We got to get ready for the week, right? All you can eat is a buffet at the local Chinese restaurant here. Facts. You might need to check Discord. I may have made a meet. Oh my God, memeing me up again. All right. I love it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for being here. um, is Butter Bar urban legend or is it? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. I honestly don't know what that is. But I'm gonna run out of here. I'm gonna go watch the show. Guys, have a great night. Thanks everybody for being here. And as always, we gotta finish up with a hug. Y'all know how we do. Don't y'all leave out of here nighty night my ass without a hug. Y'all better send that group hug. Hold on, I got y'all. I got y'all. Wait a minute, Dag nabbit. Dang, I hate when you guys are faster than me. I need to be quicker. Goddamn, Lizzie. Damn it. I'm third on the list. I'm not happy about that. Erica, I don't want to see sleepy face. I want to see a hug right now. You better give us a hug before you leave. Erica out here putting these sleepy face. Yeah, this has gone on a long time. You guys are so funny. Erica, come on now. Y'all think Erica already dipped before she leaves this hug so I can get out of here? Hug dictator. You better know it, goddammit. I'm putting down my foot. We have to hug in this goddamn family. We don't, when we have arguments, when we disagree, at the end of the day, we have to hug and make up. This is how it has to be, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling really disappointed right now that Erica has not returned to us with a hug. I feel like we need to assemble a council. Okay, all right, Erica. All right, that I'm okay with it. Dab up. All right, what's up, baby? Let's get it. Let's get in there. Y'all not it. Y'all got a snap on the end of that. All right, y'all. Peace out. As always, thank y'all for being here. Moika out.